The last time I studied the word was February 28th, and it is currently March 29th of 2018. I don't know. Yeah. Um, and it's so funny because that's the last time I studied the word, right? And that's really when my life fell apart. like like probably exactly 3 days after I did this, life just got really busy and I stopped doing my regular routine of studying with God, and I was doing real good with Jesus, but then I stopped, and that's when everything went downhill. This last week was really just like my breaking point, and I did whatever I wanted, and I didn't care, and that didn't work out so well for me. And you know what the thing is like, I don't know, I'm 18 now, and I can't afford to do these things, and I'm just like, I don't know, like, I lose sight of how important things are sometimes, and I just go off and I do my own thing, and I don't care what anybody else says, and I don't care who I'm affecting, and I don't care that I'm driving myself into a deeper hole. I don't know why. I don't know why that happens. I really want to stop doing that, because imagine how far along I would be if I just kept going. Like, if I just didn't screw myself over, if I just didn't mess things up for myself. And it's not even the fact that I mess things up for myself. It's that messing up for myself, yeah, whatever. But then after I cry about it for so long. And that's the part that's where it gets a little screwy. And you know what I always ask myself? I'm like, God, why is this happening to me? Like, why do I feel 1,000 miles away from you? Why can't I hear from you? Why are you helping me? Why is life suddenly becoming so much harder? And it's because I haven't studied the word since February 28th. That is, like, that's exactly a month, okay? Anyways, so the last time I studied, this is really funny, hang on. So I'm studying Romans 1, and I'm going to read verse 21. It says, because although they knew God, they did not glorify him as God, nor were they thankful, but became futile in their thoughts, and their foolish hearts were darkened. And then verse 22 and 23. Prophesying to be wise, they became fools, and exchanged for his glory the immortal God, and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal man and birds and animals and creepy things. That is exactly what I did, okay? Just basically what this is all saying is that when we stop glorifying God, when we stop recognizing for him for who he is, when we stop adoring him and loving him and spending time with him and reminding ourselves of what he's done, what he's going to do, what he's continuing to do, what he is doing currently right now throughout the whole entire world, is when our hearts start becoming darkened and we start becoming very vain. We start becoming me-centered, which is exactly what I did, okay? And I think this is like funny, I guess, because this is what I studied. I studied that when you stop glorifying God is when things go downhill. And that's exactly what I did. I stopped glorifying God and things went completely downhill. I became very, very, very me-centered. I literally said, I don't care what I'm doing with my life. I don't care that God has called me. I don't care that I'm really important. I don't care. I don't care about my worth. I don't care about anything. All I'm thinking is right now. All I'm thinking is that I'm missing out on my teenage years because I can't go party, because I can't go drink and have sex like everybody else. Like, this isn't just my life that I'm contending for. This isn't just my life that I'm studying for. It's for the millions of lives that's going to reap what I've sowed. Did this time that I'm doing, that's sowing. And I stopped doing that because I didn't want to do this anymore, because it got tiring, because it got hard, because I stopped doing what I'm supposed to do, so I made everything 10 times harder on myself. Does that make sense? My thoughts, they became very foolish. Very, very, very foolish. And also another thing that I noticed is that I started dealing with a lot of things that really, like, not that they're not important, or not that they have any weight on my life. They do. But I started worrying about them way more than I should have. That makes sense. Like, they became more of a burden, and they became more of a worry to me when I wasn't with God. And I had a sense that I had to fix them right now. And I really feel that was the enemy's way of distracting me from what was actually going on in my whole entire life. I was so focused on this one situation, and I was so mad at this one situation, that it almost, like, allowed me, or gave me an excuse to go off on the me-centered thinking type of path. Then, if you go on, verse 24 and 25 says, "Therefore God gave up on them in the lust of their hearts to impurity, to dishonoring their bodies among themselves, because they exchanged the truth about God for a lie, and worshipped and served the creatures rather than the Creator, who was blessed forever." That's pretty much what happened. I stopped worshiping God, and I started worshiping my own opinion, and my thoughts became higher than what He thought about me. My own thoughts and everybody else's thoughts around me outweighed what God told me, and all because I stopped glorifying Him. Like, that's something so simple that we can do that has such a weight on our lives. Like, it's crazy how that is. Like, how easy is it to say, "God, I love you. God, thank you for waking me up. Thank you for allowing me to breathe. Like, thank you for what you've done in my life. Thank you that you reign, and that I don't have to worry, because all the promises that you've given me, my soul can rest assured in those promises, because your words aren't empty." You know what I mean? Like, that literally took me like 10 seconds right now, and that'll probably better my whole entire day. Something so little, something, like, I wouldn't even count that as a sacrifice, and He still honors it. He still honors my adoration towards Him, And it's something that blows my mind. Like, it's something so simple, something so little, and He honors it. That's just kind of what He is.